Jordan Conradson with the Gateway Pundit. I'm here with Jill Simonian, the Director of Outreach for PragerU Kids. You know, Jill, you recently had a very exciting announcement with PragerU in Arizona. I believe Arizona is a red state. Of course, the elections are not going the way we want them to and being run fairly. But here with the Arizona PragerU Kids, that joins 4 other states in basically coming into the education system and fighting left-wing indoctrination. Can you talk more about how you guys plan to introduce this into the classroom and what it will do for education across the country?
So we are super excited about this announcement in Arizona. First of all, I just want to start off by saying PragerUkids.com is totally free for parents, teachers, administrators, educators, grandparents, kids, anyone to watch on our website for free. Subscribing is free. So we've been operating for almost 3 years now. We have 9 different series of shows that celebrate patriotism, teach civics, financial literacy, teach goodness, good character, our American values, hard work, responsibility, self-reliance, equality under God, all of those things. And to be now approved as supplemental education materials for Arizona, as well as, I like to say, 10% of the states in the United States. We're also approved for supplemental use in Oklahoma, Florida, Montana, New Hampshire, and then Arizona. We're thrilled to be able to expand educational freedom because as parents, I'm a mom, I want to know with full transparency what my kids are learning, and PragerU Kids does that. By being approved by state education systems, we are able to be included in the classroom to teach about our great country without teachers having to be fearful that they're going to get reprimanded.
Well, that's incredible. And of course, you're facing pushback from leftists and leftist politicians saying that you guys are teaching fake history. I'm sure the teachers are going to hop on board with that and actually tell their students that. I know I had a few social justice warrior teachers when I was in K through 12 who would tell me, no, don't listen to that. Listen to me. How do you plan to fight against that? I mean, is there a plan or?
Well, the plan is through parents. We are in a time in history now where all of us, moms and dads, are really understanding. And this is something that I never understood. I have 2 young children in their formative years, and I never understood that my rights as a parent to direct the upbringing of my own children was fundamental. It's part of the fabric of our history. It is outlined and interpreted in our Constitution that parents have the fundamental right to direct the education and upbringing of our children. And what we have done so far in partnering with different state education departments is to be approved as supplemental. I mean, literally giving an option. And we've done this because we're serving the parents in those states, in those compromised and, dare I say, sometimes corrupt school districts. We're serving those parents to say, hey, take this to your school board, take this to your administration, take this to your even private schools, and really make the case that as a mom, I want this to be included without being pushed aside and without being unfairly reprimanded. And we're really, our plan is to really, it's always been to partner with the parents, because parents more and more, as we see, the impossible is happening, that parents really are gaining ground in making sure that our public education institutions serve us a little bit better. And this problem of corruption, we always say this, I always discuss this, that this problem of corruption in education did not happen overnight. I mean, it took decades and decades. And so we just have to have that mindset of this is not something that is going to be course corrected overnight. This is a long haul in front of us that might take a decade or 2 to course correct. And so we just have to have faith that the parents are going to partner and we're going to be with them to serve them, to give them the materials to do so.
That's great. Well, when I was in high school, I actually watched a lot of the PragerU adult videos. I was very
Oh,
interested in learning real history. My personal favorite was Carol Swain's The Inconvenient Truth About the Democrat Party.
yeah.
Do you have any plans to try to introduce PragerU into uh, high school classrooms, 9 through 12?
Well, I think that's part of the magic of our materials being approved is that many of our 5-minute videos. So we have the PragerU Kids videos, right? That really target a lot of our youngest learners, and the focuses there are good character, American values, history, and then we move into middle school that we've created a few series dedicated to teaching about civics, how our system of government works, what our rights are, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, all those things. And we also have financial literacy because that's not being taught in too many schools. And that's something that should be taught. So we're looking to always fill the gap of what isn't being taught and what should be taught. For our high schoolers, financial literacy and civics education, of course, is always an ongoing need. We see that more than ever now with the test scores that and the data that we see from across the country about how, less than half of kids show proficiency in civics and financial literacy. But for the high school in particular, our 5-minute videos last year took on a very ambitious project. And the 5-minute videos are not necessarily a part of the PragerU Kids brand, but there are 5-minute videos now on every single American president. And to have that type of biological video that is quick in 5 minutes, educational, engaging visually, it's really remarkable because what high schooler now knows anything about, I'll just say like, President McKinley or President Arthur. I mean, who know? I myself don't know that much, but to have all of those 5-minute videos that can technically be included in a high school history class, should the teacher find it useful, should the teacher see fit, should it be warranted through under an umbrella of academic freedom through that teacher's eyes, those presidential 5-minute videos about each of our presidents can in fact be included.
I mean, I think that all teachers should be playing 5-minute videos in class to supplement the lessons that they're learning. Personally, what other plans do you guys have for PragerU Kids moving forward beyond Arizona? Can we expect other states to be added to your roster?
Yes, 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 yes. We're super excited. I am not allowed to talk about the next state that we are forging a partnership with because our CEO, Marissa Streit, PragerU Kids was her brainchild from the beginning. I was one of the first people hired, and Marissa and I did in fact develop some of our earliest shows, but PragerU Kids is really her baby and it's her vision. And she has been just, inexplicably remarkable in doing the impossible in getting PragerU Kids approved in states. And 3 years ago when we started, never, ever, ever in our wildest dreams did we ever think, oh, we will one day be approved by state education departments to be included as supplemental materials for the classroom. But here we are with 10% of the states in the United States approving us and partnering with us in that way. And so our goal is to have all 50 states. And we like to do the impossible at PragerU and PragerU Kids. And we've really been dedicated to making headway where we never thought we could make headway before. So California and New York, although very, very unlikely at this time, who's to say that we won't be in California and New York schools if and when they come knocking in another year or two? Because as a mom in California, there's more than half of the state's parents here are really fed up on a ground level, on a very foundational level. We are fed up with the corrupt education system. And when California comes knocking in another year or two saying, please, education department, allow these materials to be used as supplemental materials should a teacher see fit, we'll be here. And I really do believe that it's going to happen.
Wow. Well, I think you guys are doing tremendous work. Jill, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.